watching Rogers TV.
Hello, and welcome to the What's Up London show. I'm your host, Jennifer Slay. As we start our time together today, please let's take a moment to acknowledge the lands on which we live. The lands in London, Ontario are the traditional lands of the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, the Lenape, and the Shinanton peoples. I'm grateful to be able to call Canada my home. I'm also grateful and want to take a moment to acknowledge my ancestors for the sacrifices that they've made so that I can be here with you today. So today we have a number of very interesting guests doing some very interesting things. And there are a number of asks of you. Okay, so make sure that you stay tuned for the whole show. Our first guest is no stranger to What's Up London. Dorothy Downs is the executive director of the Forest City Film Fest and has 3 exciting things to share with us today. Welcome to the show.
What a lovely land acknowledgement. I just think that's so important, and you do it beautifully, Jen.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So tell us about these announcements, these 3 things going on.
Okay, so everybody thinks, oh, it's a long way off, the film festival, because we run October 17th to the 18th to the 27th this year. So it's a long way off, but we always do things off season. So we wanted to celebrate Canadian Film Day on April 17th. So that's the first thing I want everybody to know, that we've got a fantastic Canadian film coming to the Wolf Performance Hall. It's called Bon Cop, Bad Cop, and it stars our very own Southwestern Ontario, Colm Feore. So Colm was born in Windsor and has worked many years at the Stratford Festival, and he's a fantastic actor, and he stars in this funny, fabulous, fabulous film. If you haven't seen it, you shouldn't miss it. And if you have seen it, I know that you'll want to see it again. So put that on your schedule. The 17th of April, Wolf Performance Hall. And you can find out more information about that on our website. And so that's the first thing.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a fun first thing.
It is a fun first thing. The second thing I wanted to tell you about is our submissions have opened. And that means that we are starting to gather films already for the fall, for the big event. And we're really excited about this. Every year we see a group of phenomenal films that are somewhat connected to our region. So that means anybody on the key creative team. So they could be a writer, director, they could be a star, they could be, you know, a producer. They've spent some portion of their life basically west of Toronto, all the way down to Windsor, Niagara Falls, up to Collingwood. So that's Southwestern Ontario, and so all of the films are kind of connected to us. So our submissions are open, and this year we're really excited to announce that we have a new prize. So we're giving out an award for the best emerging Southwestern Ontario filmmaker. And so the reason we're doing this is that the Forest City Film Festival really focuses on nurturing the voice of our artists, of our creative people here in this region. And so we really wanted to celebrate that. And so that's why we have this new Emerging Artist Award. Now we want people's help though, because we want to make the prize bigger than any of our other prizes. We want it to be maybe the most important prize in Ontario, maybe Canada, for filmmakers. So we want donations to help bring that amount up. So we're really excited to see what our community does.
How can people donate?
Well, on our website, just fcff.ca, Forest City Film Festival, fcff.ca, and just under the Get Involved tab, there's a donate menu. So please go there and help make this award something that everybody in Canada will be jealous of.
And for people to submit, the film doesn't necessarily have to have been filmed in Southwest.
Not at
just
all.
The person has to be from.
Yes.
Okay.
Or have spent any part of their time. So they might have gone to school here. They might have gone to the fabulous film program at Fanshawe, or Sheridan College for animation, or they may have just been born here like Ryan Gosling and then move on.
Perfect.
So
all right. And the third announcement.
Well, the third announcement. Let me see. We've done the our summer screenings. That's what I want to talk to you about. We have wonderful summer screenings, and we're just getting that in gear. So we want everybody to save the dates on those summer screenings. And also one more industry thing. Sorry, I guess there was 4 things I wanted to talk about, Jennifer.
Not allowed.
I always have so many things to talk about when I come to see you.
Okay.
The Forest City 48. So this is like improv in filmmaking. It's so much fun. You get a team of people. If you've always wanted to make movies, just grab a team of friends, and we give you, on Friday night, we give you, May 10th, we will give you a line of dialogue, a prop, and a location. And you have to go, your team, and you have to go and write the film, cast the film, shoot the film, edit the film, and get it to us by 8 o'clock on Sunday night.
So 48 hours to do all
48 hours.
That sounds exciting.
48-hour film challenge.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
it's really fun, and we are now open for registrations on that. So I wanted to make sure that all the film-loving people out there know that this is really intended as just a fun thing to do. You don't have to be a master filmmaker, but if you are, or know a master filmmaker, you're certainly welcome to join in.
So all of these announcements are on your website?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. Sounds exciting. Oh, and I can't wait to have you back to talk to us about October.
I can't wait to come back, Jennifer.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Your happy place. Easy 1013, the perfect music mix.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
Join the high-energy, bodyweight-based workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving. Catch the Thunder Mondays at noon.
This is a man's heart, a heart in desperate need of medical attention. But because 78% of Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, he may not get the help he needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Has international travel ever been something that you wanted to do? What if you could combine travel with a mission? Well, TMA is an organization that partners Canadian educators with educators in the Dominican Republic in an effort to strengthen teacher education and improve student learning. They have welcomed over 100 Canadian educators and impacted over 4,000 Dominican educators who have attended workshops over the years. Now, to tell us more about this organization are Sue Bruins, member of Communications and Program Committee teams with Teacher Mentors Abroad, and Claire McKillop, who is partnering with TMA to reach communities in the Dominican Republic for summer 2024. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us. It's always a pleasure when we get the opportunity to share the story of TMA, our current narrative and our future directions.
Well, awesome. Well, tell a little bit about TMA. What exactly is it?
So it started back in 2005 when a group of teachers from a church up in Leaksdale near Uxbridge went down to the Dominican. They went down to Santo Domingo, Hanamosa, which is the most impoverished area in Santo Domingo, and they were offering a summer camp. Well, some teachers saw what these teachers were doing in terms of group work and strategies and cooperative learning, and they went, hey, we would like to see this in our classrooms. because back in 2005 it was very traditional. Children in rows and desks and copying what was on the board. So about a small group of teachers went down. We expected about 20 Dominican educators, and there were 80 of them. And it continued to grow. So by 2006, then TMA, Teacher Mentors Abroad, became a nonprofit organization. And it quickly became evident that we could go down and continue to do these workshops, but we really wanted to build sustainability within the country. So then we started to work directly with mentors, schools. And 19 years later, we are pleased to say that we're now in 4 different parts. Been like a proud mama, proud Gigi moment to watch them really embrace this this model of education and professional learning.
Wow, and how long have you been involved?
So I've been involved since 2015.
Okay, so you've watched the progression and the growth.
Oh yes, and I was hooked after my first trip in 2015. The appreciation from these Dominican mentors and the individuals involved in the organization, it touches your heart in a way that I never had anticipated. And like your beautiful opening about connecting mission to education, that was my heart song. So we continue to be involved.
And Claire, you're involved in many different activities where there's empowerment, and this is one of them, obviously.
Yes. So I got connected to Sue kind of through a fun chain of events. So I had reached out to someone named Judy Warrington, who I did a school building trip in the Dominican with when I was 18 years old. So I'd reached out to see if she was doing any more again, and they hadn't done anything since COVID had happened. So we kind of teamed up together and reached out to the communities that Judy had been working with for over 40 years. And through that, we found a need for classroom techniques and classroom management, a lot of different themes around that. And we were connected with Sue through kind of exploring different opportunities for that. And we thought, why are we reinventing it when someone is already doing it so brilliantly? So then we have been partnering with Sue and TMA to see about bringing their programs to the communities that Judy and I were looking to support.
And so how can Londoners help support?
Well, if there's any educators out there that are interested in a self-funded trip, and we should share that, because it's a nonprofit organization, educators give up not only a week of their summer, but the cost of the trip, which is about $1,700, which covers their accommodations, their food, their travel. Applications, we can just go to our website and fill in an application. And if other individuals are interested in supporting this work, we're always looking for donations. So as we continue to go down the avenue of literacy and numeracy, their goals are very similar to the goals we have here in Ontario. We want to be able to not only go to a workshop and say, this is how you do a read aloud, we want to be able to provide the participants with copies of books. Their libraries are very, very sparse. So we're partnering with Dream Project in the Dominican because we want to certainly support local. So purchasing of textbooks, storybooks, as well as math kits. So we're always looking for donations for that.
And if people want more information, they can always go to the website.
Absolutely.
And check you out. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you for having us. This was great.
We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff here, and we are back for another incredible season of Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're gonna tour some amazing backyards. We're gonna meet up with some great folks, and we're gonna cook some incredible food. Join us Thursdays at 7:30 for Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff.
Think before you say it. Don't wind up like me.
A jailbird.
Imprisoned by your tongue. Doing 1 to 3.
Is that with good behavior?
Get your local sports fix with Goin' for Two, a show focused on sports and athletes from London and the surrounding area. Goin' for Two, Thursdays at 6 p.m.
These days at your local Legion, we're marching to the beat of a different drum. On a mission to support veterans, to have fun, and to welcome everyone to our ranks. You don't have to be a veteran to join the Legion. And as a member, you'll join thousands of others serving our veterans, our communities, and our country. Oh yeah, and our Member Perks program will save you thousands on shopping, dining, products, and services across the country. Join us at legion.ca.
Welcome back. Broad Films was the winner of the London Innovation Pitch competition that Tech Alliance held last November and took home a grand prize of $40,000. This London Innovation Challenge was funded by the City of London as part of the London Community Recovery Network project. And since their big win, their company has launched. So let's hear more about how Broad Films will help the creative sector in London and how the award money helped them in the launch and how Tech Alliance's support and role played a pivotal part in its success. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us about Broad Films.
Well, my business partner Michelle Shipley and I have created this entity thanks to the grant we've incorporated. And what we intend to do is take our 50-some years of experience and build a production company here in London that will train local crews to be able to produce movies of the week and other kinds of films for production companies, big production companies in Toronto that are looking to work regionally. So the concept originally is to be service producers, and that will solve kind of the chicken or the egg dilemma that we've got in the city. It's hard to get people to come and film here because they have to bring so much of their staff with them. There's not enough local crew to do these films. So we're going to be taking students out of our local colleges, OEArt, Fanshawe, and Western. We're going to be training them up to be good, tight crews and taking the budgets and the scripts from these companies in Toronto and producing them here in London, and that will help us retain some of our brain drain that we've got going on and also build the industry by bringing enough work here that people can choose to stay in London and work.
Wow. Okay, and so for those who are ignorant to this, like me, what does a crew comprise? Who's in a crew?
Well, the crews can be 60 to 70 people.
Wow.
For a movie of the week. And essentially, we're kind of in and out of it in about 16 days.
Wow.
So it's, and then 2 weeks of pre-production. So these films turn quite quickly, but we will need camera people, gaffers, grips, makeup, wardrobe. We'll need people to do props. We'll need people to do security, and we'll be supporting the community by hiring all of the services that film and television needs. So a film will be using trucks. They'll be using catering. They'll be paying for locations. They'll be paying for so many different things within the community. So we are supporting small businesses here, and we're also building up the industry. If there's enough work here, there will be more services for film and television because it'll make sense for, you know, people who provide trailers and all those kinds of things to bring them into southwestern Ontario for all filmmakers.
That is amazing. So all of those people would travel with other production companies that would come to London in the past?
In the past, I mean, I'm a good example of that. I left in my 20s to go to Toronto to make my fortune, and even now, living in London, I do most of my work away. I never work in London.
So this allows you to be here.
It would allow me to be here, and we hope that it'll help us develop a lot of young talent and give opportunities for local talent here to stay and work locally.
Oh, that is amazing. And so Tech Alliance is a big support of this, or has supported this quite tremendously.
Yeah, it's been certainly our privilege to be working with Broad Films in the launch of their company, and really with the grant that they received through London Innovation Challenge, which the focus of it was to bring together technology innovators and bolster creative industries. And so from hundreds of applications for London Innovation Challenge this year, industry leaders in community that are focused on the creative industries came together to select the top 4 finalists from the applications, and then from there, Kelly Michelle at the Grand Theatre in front of an audience of 100 people with the other finalists, each pitched for the grand prize, and they were the recipients. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was an exciting night, and I have to say the money has been a game changer for us in creating the company and moving it forward incredibly quickly. But it's also the support that we've received from Tech Alliance, the guidance, the information. We know our business really well. We are learning about business on top of that, right? How to make our company viable, how to look at investment opportunities. And there's been a lot of excitement around the possibility of a new production company. So they help us manage the people that come to us looking for information and possibly to be angel investors, but also, you know, grants and putting us in front of people who can talk about investment readiness and things like that. So it's been a huge, huge step up for us to work with Tech Alliance.
How amazing, and congratulations, and I am so looking forward to see what you do.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
Thursday.
Most people that are have received treatment for drug use problems are probably going to have a lapse.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, breaking through the stigma of addiction on Rogers TV.
The classic board game Clue has made its way to the London Grand Theatre stage, with the Grand's former artistic director Dennis Garnett returning to direct.
Clue is the funniest play on the planet. It is based on the board game, based on the movie, but if you don't know anything about Clue, you don't need to know anything. It's a fun murder mystery comedy romp. I'm excited for Londoners to come and have a good time just laughing and forgetting the troubles for 90 quick, happy minutes.
Among the show's stellar cast includes Jesse Gervais as the butler, Mr. Wadsworth.
Well, working with Dennis is great. It's my first time working here. I love working with this cast and this incredibly funny script.
Can Londoners see Clue?
Clue begins now, and it's running for the next 3 weeks here at the Grand.
My name is Ryan Dyson, and I drive the number 28 race car at Delaware Speedway and across Ontario all summer long. You can check out our YouTube vlog series right here on Rogers TV every Friday at 6 o'clock p.m.
Welcome back. London is full of artistic talent. It is literally bursting at the seams. In fact, Mavis Productions has produced a show called Rent the Musical. And here to tell us more are the artistic and musical directors of Mavis Productions, Chase Montgomery and Skylar Shelley. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
So tell me about Mavis Productions.
Well, where to start with that?
How much time do you have?
Yeah. So Mavis was first started back in 2019. We started with the cult classic Evil Dead the Musical in a small little black box theater of 60 people up in Kitchener.
Okay.
And we originally were going to do 2 or 3 shows, and it sold out. We did a little bit longer run, 6 shows, sold out, and we were just completely in awe that this little niche, these cult classic people loved. Unfortunately, the pandemic happened, so we had to reset.
Right.
And we weren't sure if we were going to be able to. But we relaunched Evil Dead, followed it up with moving to London, and followed that with Rocky Horror. And here we are 3 years later. We're doing 2 or 3 shows a season, all of them doing multiple cities.
Yeah.
And yeah,
some of them like 4 or 5 cities.
Yeah, so
really?
it's keeping us very busy, honestly.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. So tell us about the musical Rent.
I'll let you tackle this one.
Oh, okay, all right. So Rent is like really a, I guess it's referred to as a modern musical. I don't know, but it's like it's a I would call it a modern classic. Written by Jonathan Larson in like the late 80s?
Late 80s.
Late 80s, early 90s. And it's tackling the AIDS crisis in that time period, right? So it's about a group of a ragtag bunch, I would say, of young adults living in New York during the AIDS crisis and kind of grappling with, that life of kind of kind of dark, but like, knowing that you're going to die very soon and you're just kind of making the most out of life. So yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah, I love how art can take a very serious topic and educate but entertain at the same time. So
absolutely, and that's the thing with the show. Tragically, we lost John Larson before the opening night on Broadway.
Was it like the night before or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they never had a chance to change it or edit it, but that's what makes it so remarkable, because it was the truest version of his work, and that has stood the test of time. No one's really edited it, no one's changed it in, my goodness, 20, 30 years.
Like 30 now, I think.
And it's all songs that people often, you hear them singing it, like Seasons of Love, One Song Glory, all these songs that people who have gone to see these shows or have even heard of these shows, they hear of these songs. And now for us as Mavis to have a chance to take these songs that we love and put our emotions behind it and our little Mavis spin on things with eye participation parts during the songs, during the show, it's really been such a worthwhile experience, especially for me. I wasn't really as familiar with the show as I was with other shows. I knew of it, and I've seen the film. I know that's a sin for most people. Say it's a shame. I know. But when I finally had a chance to dive into the show and see the layers and the emotions behind it, it really was something remarkable.
Awesome. So when is it? When?
It is. It starts actually in Caledonia. It's going to be going up in about 2 weeks in Caledonia.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Always that way. No matter how much work you put into it, you never feel like it's ready till that first curtain goes up. So it's starting Caledonia with sort of like a preview performance for us to try a few things and then adjust as we go. And then it's coming to London April 11th to 14th at the Joanne and Peter Kenney Theatre, just on King's College. And then it proceeds on to Kitchener from there at the Conrad Center Performing Arts. But
May 2nd to May 5th?
May 2nd to May 5th. But it's London, it really is our home base where most of our shows start, and I know that our London audience is going to love this show.
Oh, it sounds amazing. So I guess I should say break a leg?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the success, and I wish you luck with the success of this show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for watching and for listening. I encourage you to please support the efforts of our guests by liking, by commenting, and sharing this episode of What's Up London with your friends, your family, and your networks. Please visit our guests' websites and their social media pages and plan to attend their events. Until I see you again, please be safe, be kind, and be the change that you want to see in the world. Bye.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily Febri. I'm also known as Ranger M. I'm an environmental communicator and educator, and I get to talk to a lot of different people about all things nature and conservation. I love to knowledge share, and that's what I want to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.